Good morning and welcome back to PhotoJoseph's Photo Moment, the Q&A portion of the show. And I already see that someone has educated me on what that multi-shooter mode is. Technopilot says the multi-shooter mode is a very powerful option. It's about whether the flash sends out the power value on each trigger or not. It allows each shooter to have different power settings simultaneously. Now I understand. So if you have multiple photographers with these using the same lighting setups, they can individually say, I want that light at quarter power, and someone else says, no, I want it at eighth power, and this will communicate that to the light. That is awesome. Thank you, Technopilot, for explaining that to me. That's awesome. You say then, since you're having direct contact with Godox, can you please check with them if they have any intentions on fixing the last of high-speed sync support on the GH5 for remote use? I was not aware there was an issue. Please elaborate on the issue, and I will gladly talk to them. It's funny, now I'm in this email chain with a whole bunch of people there. It's fascinating. Okay, I see anything else going on in the comments. I didn't see much come by here. I see Ninja and Technopilot were having a big conversation, but I didn't see my name pop up, so I'm not going to try and address it. You say the lack of high-speed sync. So it doesn't work? Let's find out. Let's see what you're talking about. Here's, okay, you said GH5, right? Yep, GH5. Okay, does this have a battery in it? It does not. Props. This one has a battery. Let's see here. So you're saying, and these are all updated. I just updated all these, so they all have, oh, has a dead battery. They all have the latest firmware. So let's just see. All right, let's put this into manual mode. Let's take this guy and slide that on. And these are all ready. That's all good to go. Okay, so I hit sync on here. It switches into high-speed sync mode. And let's take my shutter speed up to high speed, 64/100th of a second. So you're saying that it is not going to work? Is that effective? Probably don't have a card in here. Oh, I do. Look at that. This is obviously not going to be a correct exposure, but oh, actually it did work. Okay, so I got a picture. Let's see here. Can I verify the setting? It was 64/100th of a second. The flash did fire, clearly fired. Seems to have worked. I mean, my settings are, you know, actually the fact that I got an exposure is remarkable because I just turned everything on, but it worked. Let's just see. Let me take the A power way down. Let's make sure that that wasn't some super weird fluke. Take the A power way down. There's my A light. And it's definitely less light. That appears to have worked. I'm not quite sure. Technopilot says it bands very badly. I'm not getting any banding. I am not getting any banding. Okay, well, it doesn't actually, let's see, you're saying it doesn't actually, since you can't get into high-speed sync with all your efforts. So you can't even get into the mode. And you're using the remote? I just hit the remote into high-speed sync and it just worked. And you've updated to the latest version. Let's see, what was the latest version on this thing? It was like 1.4, I think. Let's see here, let me go to, so I'll have to focus that. Let's see here, because now it's on the camera. There we go. If I go into the menu button, 1.2. So it's in the 1.2 firmware. Interesting. Technopilot says, sorry, I can turn on the mode, try it on a wall. It's a known issue. It was. It's working for me. I mean, unless I'm just missing something entirely, but it's definitely in high-speed sync mode. I mean, it has to be or else it wouldn't be firing. So if I take it out of high-speed sync, let's take it out of high-speed sync on the unit. The camera's still set to 64/100th. No, now the camera just dropped back to 250th of a second. I cannot raise the shutter speed over that. Enable high-speed sync mode on the trigger, and now I can bring it up. There it's at 8,000ths of a second. Let's take the power on that A unit up a bit. Take it up a bit more, and that's the A unit, and it's dark, but it's working. There's no banding. Let's get the power up even more. Want to make sure I'm not getting banding here. And I'm at 8,000ths of a second now. And nope, no banding. Nope, looks fine to me. So I'm not sure, my friend. If you can find a little more info about it, feel free to drop it into the comments later on, or you can shoot me a tweet as well, and I'll see if I can figure it out. Zlatan Pasik says, the banding is an old thing. Current models with current firmware do not suffer from banding. There you go. My GX8 with XPRO O and TT685 works like a charm. Okay, yeah, I would say Technopilot, make sure you're on the latest firmware. because you saw I just updated all the firmware yesterday, and they're all working. So what did I say? This was on 1.2, and the flashes themselves are on, I have to get into the CFN mode, are on 1.4. So those are the modes that these are on, and it seems to be working. Let's see here. What else we got? RT76 says, I prefer test of Godox SK302s, SK402 studio flashes because they're cheap and use a power supply. By power supply, you mean as a battery? Let me see which ones, let me pull up my email, which one they said that they wanted to send. And I see their website. Look, okay, let's just be frank here. It's a great product with a crappy manual and an even crappier website. It's true. There's no way to compare the units on their website. So you're looking at 8 different studio strobes. I have no idea what the differences are. Not a one. Kind of annoying. Anyway, that said, let me just see which units they said they wanted to send, and I asked some questions about them. I'll share with you what I asked. So let's see, oops, that wasn't it. Here we go. Let's see here. They wanted to send, I guess it's farther down the email chain. Where is it? QT2s, that's what they said. And you've said, where'd your comment go? You would like to see the SK302s, SK402s. Okay, so that's not the ones that they've offered, but we'll see what the differences are. I did ask about the battery power capability. So the questions I asked, are they the most powerful ones you make? And if not, which ones are? And what are the differences? Because these are so affordable, I'm interested in showing you guys the most powerful ones on the market, because if from there obviously you can go down and save more money, but I don't want to show you something and be like, but if you really want power, you got to spend twice as much. I'd like to have the highest end ones, but we'll see what they say. And let's see here. I asked about, I wanted to confirm that I can control these and the studio lights from this. That to me is really important. That's a big part of this process of what makes it really interesting. Let's see here. Are the QT2 compatible? Oh yeah, with ProPhoto modifiers. So I asked if there's any way to adapt them, or if they're natively compatible with ProPhotos, because that's what I've got. That's my studio lights now are ProPhotos. So like my Octabox, my beauty dishes, I've got a huge softbox. I've got a bunch of stuff that is ProPhoto sized, and I would like to be able to continue using those. So that's an important question. And then I asked about the battery pack, if there's a way to run them off of battery. So you're saying that the SK300, SK402s are, well, we'll see what they say. Hopefully these ones that they want to send me are as well. Ninja says, great review. Why, thank you. I wish you all a good night. Well, a good night to you. You love that you're doing Q&A at the end of the videos in case someone has a question. That is why we're here. Thank you very much. And incidentally, if you are ever watching these not live, the Q&A is a separate video. It gets uploaded as a separate video, and it's not listed. You get to the end of the main video and you have a link to the Q&A, or the link is also in the description. I'm doing that for SEO reasons. So, but anyway, that's where it is. Shark says, I hope you had a nice Christmas. I did, thank you. Slightly off topic, no such thing. Have you ever used Godox LED 5600K daylights for filming? I have not. This right now, what you're seeing here is the extent of my Godox experience. So I have not played with their LED lights. They're making a lot of good products, it seems. So I'm excited to play with them. For LEDs, what I have been working with a lot are the aperture lights, which are a higher end light, but are very, very nice. They've been sweet. I'm enjoying those a lot. And I still need to do a show on those red guys back there, so that will happen too. Technopilot. From what I've seen, the most powerful is a wall-powered 1200 watt second, but for battery-powered, it was running 2 8600 Pros through the combiner cable and doubling bulb. Cool. All right, well, we'll see what they say. See what they want to send. RT76. The QT400 2M series is much more expensive as the SK series, and the QT is not good available via Amazon. Is not available via Amazon, not easily available. Is that what you mean? I didn't even look. Let me just try that real quick. Go to Amazon, and let's do a quick search here. So these are Godox QT2. No, II probably. Godox QT2s. What are we seeing here? You're right, I'm not seeing them on Amazon. Interesting. Yeah, I do want you guys to be able to actually get them. Now, they could, how about B&H? Let's try B&H. Let's see if they're on B&H. Here, I'll put this up on the screen. Incidentally, guys, if you haven't looked at it yet, I will post this tweet down below in the comments, but also I posted on Twitter yesterday. This whole mega deal zone thing that's going on, and use my link if you don't mind. That is an affiliate link. There are a lot of really good deals happening right now that only go till I think the end of tomorrow. Anyway, what did I want to do? Oh yeah, Godox QT2. Let's see what we get here. Nothing there either. Okay. Interesting. Well, we will see what they say when they come back. But yeah, if they're asking me to show products that you guys can't actually buy, that would be silly. So we're not going to do that. Let's see here. Technopilot says the QT series though is apparently fantastic for T1 speed compared to most of the market. Oh, we're talking about the LEDs. RT76, I'm from Germany, and only SK series is really good, available from many sellers on Amazon Germany. Interesting. Well, Amazon US too, it would seem. So, yeah, well, I thank you for bringing that up, because I had not yet looked to see where they were available. So this is good to know. I will keep that in mind whenever they decide which ones they do want to send. I will ensure that they are actually available, because it would be kind of silly for me to show you a product that you can't get, no matter how awesome it is. Let me see if I missed anything. I feel like I missed anything. Technopilot said, can you verify if the remote had an actual update from what it came with? They didn't a month ago when I looked. So yeah, this update, I updated this yesterday. So I keep forgetting the version, to 1.2, and I think it had 1.1 on it, although I can't be positive with that. But it is at 1.2. I downloaded and installed that, updated it yesterday. There you go. All right, Assured Creative Media says, my G9 works perfect for you. I'm assuming with high-speed sync. That's awesome. Let's see if anything else in here that I missed. I don't think so. Nope. All righty. Any other new comments? Otherwise, we are bailing out of here. Okay, amazing, Technopilot says. There you go. Check it out. Hopefully you have either a PC or you've figured out the whole how to emulate a PC. I'm running PC Windows on my Mac now. It's very weird. Very, very odd. RT76 says, I have compared all the 2.4 gigahertz studio flashes from Godox, and only the SK series is well orderable. Okay, good to know. Superb. All right, folks. Hey, thank you very much for tuning in today. Sorry for the much later show than usual, but it didn't seem to affect the audience too much. I know some folks bummed that it didn't happen this morning. Me too. Dealing with a leaky kitchen was not an entertaining way to start my day, I must tell you. All right, guys, take care of yourselves. Is this the last show before New Year's? It is. This is the last show this is the last show of 2018. So enjoy yourselves, everybody. Have a wonderful New Year. Have a good time. Don't drink too much. And I will see you all next year. Bye-bye.